Hey everybody, CR Martin here once again, and I just recently caught a brand new movie at the cinemas, and I figured, while it's still fresh in my mind, why not talk about it? Now, I'm a dog lover. We have a Maltese Shih Tzu in our family, and he's been with us for the past 7 years now. I love the little guy to death. And the movie that I caught this weekend has raised concerns that I think not many pet owners consider or they take for granted. The movie I'm talking about is Illumination Entertainment's The Secret Life of Pets. Directed by Chris Renaud and Yao Shani, and written by Brian Lynch, Chinkopol, and Ken Dario, this 3D animated film saw an international release between the months of June and September. And the one thing that sucks about countries in the PAL region is that they're either so far behind when it comes to the newest releases, or they get jack shit. As a Filipino-born guy living in a country in the PAL region, Australia to be exact, I know these woes all too well. I still can't believe what a bunch of pussies our classification board is. Guys, for the record, banning the 2011 Mortal Kombat reboot didn't help anybody. You just pissed a lot of people off, including me. But I digress. Now, The Secret Life of Pets. Let's talk a little bit about it. Taking place in the city of New York, the film follows the escapades of a Jack Russell Terrier named Max, played by Louis C.K. Max has a strong relationship with his owner Katie, much like every other dog and their owners. But his world gets turned upside down when one day Katie decides to bring home a shaggy mongrel named Duke, played by Eric Stonestreet. Whether out of overprotectiveness or jealousy, Max immediately grows suspicious of Duke, which leads to some initial animosity between the two. And this animosity in turn lands both dogs into a citywide adventure across New York. What did I like about this film? First off, the design of New York City. It feels so much like the real-life New York City. It's pleasing to the eye, and it perfectly replicates the city's architecture. Look at Times Square. How pretty is it? Another one is the all-star cast, which I'm sure might be a cop-out for me to bring up, but screw it. It's always a positive aspect of a movie, and this is no exception. You've got Louis C.K. and Eric Stonestreet, both of whom I've already brought up, Kevin Hart, Steve Coogan, Dana Carvey, Jenny Slate, Albert Brooks, and veteran voice actors Tara Strong, Jess Harnell, and Mona Marshall. That's a strong lineup of familiar names in showbiz, and that's always a good thing. But I strongly question the decision to delegate the 3 veteran voice actors to minor roles, especially Tara Strong. Really, casting agency? Do you have any idea who this woman is? I'm serious. It's an honest-to-God serious question. Oh, never mind. The designs of the pets are super cute. I mean, diabetes-inducing super cute. This is the kind of design that's just begging to be turned into pop vinyls from Funko. Good lord, you have no idea how much I wanted to hug Gidget the Pomeranian and Snowball the White Rabbit. Maybe. I don't know. That depends on whether or not he bites my face off. The other thing about the film that I enjoyed is how it takes a simple and easygoing concept and makes it outright outrageous. A complete opposite of what it naturally is. Ignoring the assload of nightmare fuel that this film has for pet owners, a lot of moments here are too gut-bustingly hilarious not to at least chuckle at. Oh, the poor parents who have no idea what kind of music System of a Down are known for. You have my pity. Now what about the stuff in the film that I didn't like? The product placement, I suppose? Watch out! Cute little bunny rabbit behind the wheel of a bus that might have passengers in it for all we know. Oh, by the way, you see that flyer at the back of the bus? Don't forget about our other animated film, which comes out at the end of the year. Make sure you catch it. Okay, in the film's defense, the product placement isn't gratuitous. Well, not Shark Tale levels of gratuitous, but plugging an unreleased animated film in the middle of the animated film that's playing right now, even after a trailer for the unreleased animated film was shown before the start of the feature presentation? That's not product placement. That's a corporate circle jerk. Then there's a 'Cause I'm happy. Just when I thought I got that song out of my head. Really, Pharrell? Is being in the new Dance Dance Revolution game not enough for you? I wasn't a fan of how the plot felt like a throwaway at points. Ignoring the obvious similarities between this film and Toy Story, the pacing in this film is very wonky. Not helping matters is how haphazardly plot points appear throughout this film. A good example would be when Duke brings up his former owner. The reason it's there is that it's supposed to make us sympathize with him. That's all well and good, but where was the build up to all this? What, was it the 10 seconds of Duke explaining his fear of going back into the pound and probably being put down? Sorry, but one hastily put together plot point plus another hastily put together plot point does not make for compelling character development. And the resolution isn't any better either. Aw, Duke's owner is dead. Duke accuses Max of trying to get rid of him for the second time now. And this leads to a fight between the two of them that doesn't even last for more than a minute. I've noticed that this is also a problem in Illumination's other films. Like the first Despicable Me, which had a throwaway line from Gru about how he wants to live up to his mother's expectations. That would have been fine if they devoted enough screen time towards it. Not strictly half the screen time, but just the right amount so that everything comes together. And that scene on the Brooklyn Bridge. That scene of Gidget taking on every single member of the Flushed Pets and coming out victorious. Now I'm really lost. What the hell was that? Am I supposed to root for her? Am I supposed to clap? Am I supposed to laugh? How am I supposed to react to that? When, at any point in the movie, did we ever see Gidget as an ass kicker? She's adventurous, I'll give her that, but... Huh? This doesn't make any sense. No, it wasn't rushed, and I really don't like using that word because that would imply that some development actually happened. But there was no development whatsoever. It's just, here you go, you can have 5 minutes of Gidget kicking ass and taking names. Don't question it, just take it for what it is. TLDR, if you're coming into this movie expecting a very gripping, complex, yet coherent plot, you're coming into the wrong movie. The next point is a plus and a minus, and it's about the performances that the cast turned out. Louis C.K. and Eric Stonestreet really nailed their jerks with hearts of gold roles. Kevin Hart did a great job making Snowball a cacophonic pile of fluff. Jenny Slate and Albert Brooks were also good as Gidget and Tiberius respectively. And so on and so forth. However, they don't sound that distinct from their live action roles prior to this film. Louis C.K. and Eric Stonestreet as dogs are, well, Louis C.K. and Eric Stonestreet as dogs. Tiberius is just Albert Brooks. Snowball is your typical Kevin Hart fare of hysterical screaming and general overacting. And I don't hear that much of a difference between Gidget and Assistant Mayor Don Bellwether and Princess Ponyhead, all of whom were portrayed by Jenny Slate. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, weighing these strengths and weaknesses together, where do my final verdict and score for The Secret Life of Pets come to? If you're in need of an easy, family-friendly adventure that explores the antics of numerous household pets of differing backgrounds, this is the movie for you. This is the kind of movie that you approach with a mindset that doesn't expect too much. There are plenty of feels and laughs to go around that can be enjoyed by anyone of any age. The clean and crisp animation easily sucks you into the movie's atmosphere. And the all-star cast along with the small bonuses for older audiences are the cherry on top of the cake. But anyone in need of a gripping, consistent plot and anyone who can't stand product placement of any kind may feel sorely left out here. I myself enjoyed the movie, but it's not one that I'll be eagerly coming back to. The Secret Life of Pets gets a 3 out of 5 from me. If you guys caught the movie, what did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What were your personal takes on it? Leave a comment down below and we'll talk. Once again, I am the one and only CR Martin, and I'm gonna go play with my dog now. Ciao for now.